Guess who showed up? Yeah. You're just waiting, huh? No, you can't run past me. No, 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 no. You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it any sooner than that. You'd be a good raccoon. Can you get her some water, please? Just right here.
Right here?
Yeah. And get her some water in the bowl. Clean the bowl and just give her some fresh water. Bring it here. It's over there where it, yeah.
Don't mind me, Matilda.
There you go. Well, you just seeing what she's up to? Is that it? You know you're getting water? You want water? You like it better with water, don't you? Oh, no, you do. It's coming. And he's just cleaning it for you. Cleaning the bowl. I warned everybody about you. Yeah. Just right here. It's just right on the ground. It will tip there. I'd put it.
On the ground?
Yeah, right there. There you go. There you go. Dinner is served. Yeah. She's gonna keep me company. Okay, I'm just gonna chill for a minute.
Out here?
Yeah.
You gonna go across the street?
I was there, but everybody's not there right now, so James gone. It's okay. It's all good. Hopefully they'll come back tomorrow. They worked really good. Got a lot done. It was a little more expensive than I wanted to pay, but it was worth it. Huh?
She's like a dog.
I know. As soon as I sat down, she came right here.
Pets?
Almost. But you don't want to chance it. She's still wild. And that's not Matilda. Matilda wouldn't live 14 years. But then you never know. This is kind of Matilda's home, so maybe it is Matilda.
Probably is.
Yeah, probably is the way this raccoon acts. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what you thinking, huh? Andre sure gave you a lot of cat food there. Well, what you don't eat, the cats will come and eat. I'm surprised there's no cats around right now. Where's all the cats? Cats are somewhere. So anyway, I'm moving down a step. No, I'm coming down here with you, so I can look in the camera. There we go. See? Very, very domesticated. Here's my foot. What do you think? What do you think if I put my hand here? What would you do? Huh? Nothing. Nothing. I sit on a step, they come right here. And sometimes you reach out and they touch me right here. They let me know. You stuck me in my yard. Where are you sleeping? Huh? You were sleeping somewhere. Normally raccoons don't come out during the day. Oh yeah, you love that water, eh? You're one happy raccoon. Yeah. Raccoons will miss me when I'm gone from this house. Oh yeah. So, Abdul and Farfoo and me, we worked for really only an hour and 15 minutes. Got a lot done.
My friend wants to see the pet raccoon on camera.
Yeah. Can you see? Good. Doing a little live stream or something? Are you on live or something? Yeah, see?
It's a girl.
What do you think? Huh?
I'm snatching.
But they worked really good. We got what I gave them a goal, the big goal for the day, right? They basically helped me to accomplish it. So I gave them $25 each for their time, for an hour and 15 minutes. But they didn't fool around. It was worth it to me. I reminded them, though, I'm a poor woman, so yeah. So hopefully they'll come back tomorrow, and that's when we get ready for greenhouse repairs. Gotta open up the shed a little bit so we can get to the nails and the screws and the nuts and bolts and whatever. And Farfoo can, if he comes, he can empty out the Mr. Lace's cat house so that we can get ready to do repairs on that and the greenhouse. And if we can, clean out the hen house area so we can start working on repairs with that. They said, oh man, you're strong. I'm working with them, right? You go, you're strong. Yeah. I've been doing this a long time. Only, you know, I don't have that muscle mass anymore like I used to, right? You guys keep it up, won't be long before, give it a couple of weeks, you'll be all, you know, you start getting buffed. And all the girls are gonna want you. Right? Alright. So anyway, I'd say it was pretty good today. The only thing is I got shit up by the road there. Big mound of freaking weeds. No place to put them. And a unit that got ruined that needs to be busted up, thrown into the garbage can. And a couple of other things there that need to go into the garbage can. So hopefully that won't become a heat score. Because even if you're doing things and you're already working at whatever it is that you're working on, and you can only do so much in a day, right? Some days you get more done, other days you don't get as much done, right? What do you call it? And then the do-gooders show up, and they put that whip on your back, and they make you work 10 times harder with a whole bunch of hurdles to jump over. Yeah, I spoke to that social worker today on the phone, booking this family meeting, because, you know, it's the eyes, people. That's what's going on here with that shit, right? There's a backup plan. Right? Oh, Mickey? Okay, I'm taking some of this cat food. You gotta share. Here's Mickey. There you go, Mickey. You can have some cat food. You got lots. Okay, now we're gonna wait for Sky to show up. Okay, so now I got Mickey beside me, and I've got Matilda the raccoon right in front of me. Well, now we just gotta wait for Lily to show up and Sky to show up. Alright, so, you know, in case something happens to me, right? You know, really what happens to Amari more than anything. I mean, Andres is gonna be okay one way or another, right? You know, in terms of, he's more independent and, you know, easier to look after and yada-de-yada, right? So, you know, we'll do the chain of command. Something happens to me, poof, you know, I'm gone, nothing moves except me, and everything else stays behind. Well, there's a chain of command. The first would be Tisha. She'd be the first one to step up to the plate as everybody's scrambling around like, oh my god, Mom's finally gone. Oh, boo-hoo. What do we do? What do we do? So they're gonna fill in those gaps. So Tisha would take Amari for a while anyway, right? Long term, not so much, because of lack of affordable housing. You can't even afford to buy houses these days with enough space. And then out of duty, I've already said it, Marcane would take Amari and Andre, and it wouldn't matter if Tisha took Amari right away. Andre's going and he's helping with Amari. That's just a given. Everybody's going to look to Andre as to what to do when it comes to feeding him and, you know, keeping an eye on or whatever, right? Just whatever. Looking for those signs, listening for those signs, for, you know, indicate maybe going into seizure like this morning. Or was it when on last night? I guess Amari fell asleep, and I was already sleeping. Last night, yeah, he told me this today. He said that Amari started his whatever it is that he does, right? it's like he's trying to get up, only his body is making it's like a spasm of sorts, eh? And I said, well, what did you do, right? And he goes, well, I do what you did. I worked out his arm, and I said, well, did you make contact with him to make sure that, he's aware, because it could be going into a seizure, right? He goes, no. I said, did he talk to you? Because normally I get him to talk, and he'll, oh, Murray, come on, what's going on? And I'm having to exercise out his arm and stuff, and, here comes Lily. Okay, I'm taking some of this for the other cat. You don't eat it all. I'm going to give this cat a little bit of food. Here you go. Okay, now I got another cat. Okay, so we got Mickey eating hers, we got the raccoon eating hers, and we've got this cat over here now eating. And there's still one more cat around. I'm pretty sure that's Lily. Okay, so I said, okay, well, he says, no, he was aware. He was looking right at me, and, he started going like this to the arm. And I said, okay, so he's responding. It's not seizure. You did what you did, and he worked it out, and then everything was fine. He didn't wake me up because he felt he had it under control, which he did, because, we've dealt with it. And I told this to the social worker. I reminded, I was on the phone with her, right? I told her, I said, I forgot to mention to you, it's not that simple either, because, he's sleeping, and as he's coming out of his sleep, he goes into this spasm mode sometimes. It's a hit. It can go months without, and then all of a sudden, it just crops up out of nowhere, right? And if you look at the way he does it, it's the way he moves. So it's like and it's repetitive. So if he wants to get up and do something, he'll do like this. So because he does that all day in a waking moment, I guess somehow the body, I don't know. And I find that if you just, work out his arm and, just talk to him and, make sure he's responding. Normally he laughs and he giggles, even though he's still doing that, right? Okay, or he goes like this to let you know that it's bugging him. So Andre dealt with that when I was sleeping last night. He said, oh, well, that's good. I said, next time, though, try and get him to talk. If you can get him to talk, that's a little better, right? Because he said, I said, did you get him to talk? He said, no. I said, okay, but, if you can get him to talk, that's even better, a little bit. So you have to talk to him, but he didn't want to wake me up. That's what it was. That's why he didn't talk to him, because he didn't want to wake me up. It looks like I lost my smokes already, and I didn't go nowhere. So, that's what I mean. Like, everybody will turn to Andre. Well, Andre, what do we do? Help us. Like, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. And then, because I have life insurance, they could hold down this house for a year with the little bit of life insurance that I have. In terms of not everybody has to run out the door because they can't afford the rent here, right? The bills can get paid, there's money for the rent. That's because I'm not here anymore, and with my income, because, anytime somebody leaves, the income in the house always drops, right? So that's a really dire problem, because landlords, they can only cope with that shit for so long, right? How the heck did I lose my cigarettes? Here we go. So they don't have to worry. They got a year to decide if they want to stay in the house and how they want to rearrange it and who's going to do this and who's going to do that. And, the rent's still covered and the hydro's on and the gas. And so, I've covered that base, right? And, I think I'm pretty. I'm not bragging, but for a poor woman, I think I'm doing pretty damn good, right? You know what I'm saying? And there's enough in this house.
Can I get her more?
No, because she doesn't eat it all. It's okay. I already gave some to the cats. She's fine. If she wants, she'll come back for more. But last time you gave, she didn't finish it all. So I think this would be more than enough. Yeah. I already gave some to Sky. I already gave some to Mickey. So, it's all good. So I was just talking about the little spasm thing that was going on this morning and how you dealt with it. Yeah, and that, when I'm not around anymore, if you're with Tisha and Amari starts spazzing, she wouldn't know what to do, but Andre would. Same thing with Marcaine. That's what I mean. Like, they're all gonna look to Andre. Well, what do we do? What do we do? Look, what is he doing? I was okay. Calm down, you know. Okay, don't leave him by himself. You know, he's a Houdini baby. Look what he did this morning with those bag of chips.
Yeah, no, it's just taking a picture of it.
Yeah, I know. Andre went to go into the kitchen. 30 seconds later, Amari grabbed a bag of chips that I left on the floor, pulled it out, and had chips all over the place again. He's that little chip baby. Oh, God. He's just, okay. So you know. And then how they, you know, what they do after that, well, I don't know. And then she says, and I said, okay, so what else is going on? You know, like, what are we going to be talking about? Yada yada at this quote unquote family meeting, because I told her, you're just bringing me back to bad memories with Sierra. Like, you know, you got me in panic mode, and you know, I'm all stressed. Like I said, there was another way I said it. You know, like I don't know. And she's, yeah, I can only imagine. And then I asked her, she was supposed to send me a link so I can get my file, because I told her I want my file. Because whether people are writing things in there wrong on purpose, or it's just general misinformation because they didn't interpret whatever it was that was going on the way I said it or whatever, where, you know, it misreads and it makes, you know, puts a bad, okay, right? You know, I said it would make for good reading. So she was supposed to send me a link for that, but I don't know if I gave her my full email because, you know, we were talking. So I do plan on getting my quote-unquote, the files, the whole file, ever since I got Andre. Like, just my whole whatever file, because I never had this kind of interference with social services when I raised my 5 kids. I just didn't. Not until Andre came. And, yeah. And then, of course, there's Amari, right? And after a while, it's not, you know, it's hard to not take it personal. That's what I told her. It's hard to not take it personal, right? Because, you know, it ends up like gang stalking. And she goes, oh, yeah, I know. I can only imagine, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, so what else you got in store for me? Oh, well, you know, we're going to do, because I said, well, how long is this all going to take so that, you know, you can close the file? Well, we going to come in and do some spot checks every now and then. I said, spot checks? Like, what the fuck? I didn't say what the fuck. I said, like, you know, like, why? Like, you know, that isn't that kind of like borderline gang stalking? And I didn't really say it that way, but like harassment or, you know, something along those lines, right? That, you know, it's, you know, it's intrusive. That's what I said. It's intrusive, right? Like, why are you being so intrusive? Oh, well, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. So they don't plan on letting go anytime soon. And, you know, they can drop a bombshell at any moment, right? You know what I'm saying? And so all I can do is ride the storm. That's it. Just stick to what I plan on doing in terms of the boutique with the fabric and the clothing and the homeschool center with the homeschool stuff that I don't want. Any miscellaneous something, if I don't want it, I can either give it away or I can sell it. I gave James a nice wine rack. I gave him a jerry can, an old one, but I've got another one there, plus my son's got for himself, so, you know, and I gave him a, you know, a garbage picker for his next door. I said, get the people that are coming around, get them start, it's like, you know, those, like a little hand one that you just squeeze and it picks up with a long, you know, the little clippers on it. I gave him that, and a nice little wine rack. I said, if you want, you can sand, like to the guys, I said, tell them you can sand it down and paint it. Either or, it's to hold wine bottles. He's been kicking around in my yard for a good 8, 10, 15 years. Who knows how long I've had it for. So I was going to do something with it in the greenhouse, but it never manifested. So I'm feeling pretty good about what's going on in the back right now. And I really do appreciate these guys helping me out. Yeah, a lot. Yeah. And we still got Matilda here. You're done all your cat food? You ate it all. You had a fair amount. Yeah. Yeah. You ate it all, huh? Well, we'll give you some bread later. I know. Yeah, we'll give you some bread later. Maybe some bread. That's it. It's done. No more. No more. It's all gone. My neighbors are going to say, what is it? No, you can't go up there. Go away. Get out of here now. She wants more. She's going to come up behind me. Oh, that little bitch. Oh, she's trying to get in the house now. Maybe wants more. Yeah, she's still hungry. Maybe she's nursing. She could be nursing. That could be it. She's right there. I see you. Oh, you're just basking in the sun now. Scratching yourself. Chilling. I think she's gonna try and sneak in there. I don't think she has to come this way. She's just cleaning herself now. Yeah, she's just cleaning herself. Staying close. Like Amari. Staying close. Yeah. Raccoons are actually very sociable animals, believe it or not. They'll sit with you for hours. I've had raccoons in the back just hang out with me like Mickey for hours and hours and hours. When I used to work, they used to like sit up under the spruce tree. I have videos with me putting my hand out to them. Yeah. Talking to them. When I leave this place, for as much as they get on my nerves, sometimes I'll probably miss them and I'll worry. I'll worry for their lives. Yeah, I will. Because most people don't care, right? Okay, so I'm going to move your bowl over there. And that's it. So why don't we do a spot check in the backyard? Here, let's go do that. And then we'll end this video. I'm so proud of these guys. Yeah. We were off to a slow start, but now they're running around like Speedy Gonzales. Hold on a minute. What kind of cat?
A tabby.
A tabby cat?
Yeah, there's a tabby right there.
Where?
Right over there.
I don't see no tabby cat. Now we got a tabby cat on the property. So we got either Sky or Lily there. So I got some more cat food. We know Matilda wants more. Now there's a tabby. You got that tabby? Is that a tabby?
No.
What happened to the tabby?
It went across the street. I think it was over there.
Okay, well here, give that cat some food. Here's some food.
Lily.
Is that Lily? Okay, so Sky's got food. Okay. And here's Mickey. So we'll give Mickey some more food. We'll give Sky a bit more. There you guys go. Now I'm gonna go, so we got, Sky got the food. Lily's got food. Mickey's got food. Okay, they already ate. And we know that Matilda wants more. So I'm gonna put some by the dish out there. And you can close the front door and I'm coming in through the back. Through those rickety ass stairs. Alright. So we'll just give the raccoon a bit more. Well, where are you? Where are you, Matilda? Come on out, come out and play. You ran off? You were satisfied with what you had? I don't see you. Oh no, I don't. Well, whatever it had, it said thank you and it left. Okay. Because otherwise it'd come out now. So I'll just... You can open your front door and the raccoon will be there sitting on the doorstep waiting for you to open the door. So maybe it will come back, maybe it won't. Okay, so I told these guys we'll work on this stuff later. Right now we're focusing on the back. Right? I mentioned to them about what needs to be done in there, but they gotta have old clothes for that. Right? Of course, we got the fence on our minds. I don't know who's doing this. They suggested taking it out. I said, no, we'll just leave it there because somebody is obviously trying to be creative here. So we'll just walk around it for now. Yeah. So this is where we're at with it right now. I don't know what this is. I can't see. Recycles. Looks like it might be recycle. I'm not sure. This should be washed. That will be good for Amari outside because it won't okay, so he emptied that, so we're going to put those away. And then tomorrow, if they come by, see, right? Do you see now? Gathering up the wood for repairs. So now we can walk around and we're going to do repairs. I'm probably going to have to buy wood, which really pisses me off. But besides that point, so this, if they show up tomorrow, will be completely gutted. And then whatever we did over there, because I had to pull out everything from there, and it ended up over there, and it got tarped up because of the, the mouse guy. That's all been dealt with. That was the big chore for the day, so we did it, right? Okay, so we're going to do the same thing tomorrow. Gut this. They'll help me go through it, right? And then once it's gutted, then it will be easy for Abdul to do rat proof and raccoon proof. Okay? Okay? This is what I have for the stairs, but Abdul said all of this is really no good. It's just better if maybe... I'll just put that there for a minute. If the whole stairs get replaced. But of course I'd have to talk to my landlord about that. So whether that happens or not, or whether she just has her guys come, because look what's happening. Do you see what's happening here? Like this doesn't even match up. Well, it came out, that's why. And when it rains, oh boy, it's gonna get even worse. So I would suspect my landlady is gonna probably get her guy, some guy, to come, and who knows. And so this was right. So this is the remnant of the leftover. Oh wow, outside play toy for my little grandkids. Kyrie would love to have this. Kyrie would love to have this. It's full of water though. Got rained on. So we'll just leave it like that. So we're down just to a small pile. This I'll put underneath there, but I don't want to put too much in there because we're still dealing with the mouse guy. So this is just temporary, right? And plus, we don't know what's going to happen. This is still pretty good in here. I would suspect. It's this that's the problem, right? But yeah, look at this. There's Mickey, the gardening cat. Mickey, you're going to go down in history. Yeah, you're the famous gardener cat. Uh-huh. As soon as we got out here, who showed up? Mickey. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I warned the guys about a raccoon. Farfoo got a little nervous about it. Abdul was okay, but Farfoo ended up relaxing. And I said, oh, don't worry. Now you can see this. This table will eventually go over there. I told him, anything you see built in here, including this, I did. Abdul encased this for me. What's his name? Farfoo. I'm not pronouncing it exactly correctly. He ripped out my... He didn't realize what he was doing. he ripped out my grapevine, and those were purple grapes. But I ain't gonna get upset about it. He didn't mean to do it. He said, oh, I left this, it smells so nice. I said, yeah, well, that's sage. Anyway, I want to take these next door. I said, oh, yeah, it does smell nice. I said, you cook with this, with chicken. Yeah. So, he tried. Right? So we're doing really good time here. And then I told him we'll work on the fire pit later. Look how nice they did it. Right? What can I see? Right? Farfu wants, I'm saying, empty out the planter pot. You go, no. New plant. I'm like, okay. Clearly you want to plant something. So that's fine with me. You can plant whatever you want. And yes, it dropped walnuts because I found one. And then I let Abdul smell the rind. I explained to him what it was. Right. So we're still going to do the fire pit. Alright? But before we do that, we're going to work. I told Abdul, this is where we're going to start with this. And the Mr. Lace's cat house tomorrow, cut that so that he can work on that for the boys, so that the boys can paint it and get it ready for next year. Obviously, this is a hot spot, so we're not worried about this. This can be at the very end of other things that are more important, right? And maybe I'll start a community garden in here. That's what I told him. We'll get Winnie to come by. She can get these planter pots, get everything ready, because honestly, I know my son would love to have things growing, and he tries to plant seeds, but Marina doesn't like to do that kind of stuff. So any seeds that he planted, started like seedlings, they died because they didn't get watered. They were out there. So and if I can't see very well, I'm going to need somebody to look after it. But you could produce a lot of food in there. You really could, with the right amount of attention. Right? You just have to give it attention. And then, of course, we've got this to do. Right? But I want to start. So tomorrow is gutting that. Getting it ready to do, to do the raccoon and rat-proof thing. Getting this ready to start securing it as we go through the whole thing and double check everything, as well as we're going to get into this other little shed and take out some stuff, because it's stuff full in there, full of crap, because of the city and what the city did. And I told him, but we can't get the screws and the nuts and bolts and the nails and this and that or whatever, until we take out at least some of this stuff. And then once it's out, Abdul will take what he needs to start doing the repairs. Yeah. Whatever those repairs are. As this stuff slowly but surely disappears. And then maybe after the fire pit's cleaned up and everything's all done, we'll have a little barbecue back here. That would be nice. Well, that would be really nice. These will go behind there upside down, because they're good for weeding and stuff. They really are, eh? So this it just has junk in it. Literally junk, so they can go through that junk. Hold on. Okay. So I just did a few little things here for now. It helps. I don't know how to screw them into rotten wood, but anyway, we'll see. So now I got a few little things to take next door. Yeah, hold on.